I think that she's an incredible hero because she's very brave, but she's also terrified because she doesn't want a war. She just, she went into the games because she just wanted to save her sister, and then she just wanted to save herself, and then she just wanted to save Peeta, and now she's, in the second movie, is just learning about the amount of people that are kind of mounting on her shoulders for protection, and she doesn't know if she wants to just run or stand up and fight. She doesn't really know how to get out of the situation with as little death as possible.
It's a big evolution of Effie in this movie. Thank you, Jenna. She, the outfits are really important because they represent the excess of the capital, and they're juxtaposed really beautifully against the deprivation of the districts. And I think, you really understand what everybody's up against when you meet the oblivious Effie, who feels very entitled to the life that she leads, and loves the status quo, fears change like a lot of people, and her eyes are very much open to the fact that she's been on the wrong side of most of these issues.
And Jen, fierce and, strong, bold, unpredictable, violent, angry. She's, with everything that's being thrown against her, I think she actually has a good sense of humor about the whole thing. I think what was so amazing about being brought into this and getting to work with, obviously, this amazing cast and with Frances is that we really wanted to figure out why, what happens to these victors after, and not just a year later, but 4 years later, 5 years later, 10 years later. That was what was most interesting to me about Catching Fire, is that it wasn't just about being young and having these things pitted against you. It's now not only are you a survivor of such a horrific scene, but now you've become kind of a puppet for the capital, and you basically are controlled by everyone. And so what I love about Joanna is that she's found ways to control and manipulate her way into feeling like she's in control, but really she's not,
Different, presenters, different people that you have seen over the years, whether they're presenters or whether they're some Vegas act or something, or, and you just kind of put them all together and come up with this guy. For me, once you put I had an idea, a very clear idea of what he should look like, and with V, we put together the look. I tried to do a nose at first, but I wanted this nose that looked like it had been pared down over the years. Do you know what I mean? In a very chiseled in a really bad way. But it didn't quite work. But the other stuff worked. And once you do all that, you have all that stuff, and you see that image in the mirror. You don't really have to do anything. It kind of does it all for you.
He's out to disarm people, I guess. I don't think he even knows, really. I think he's been forced into a life he's not hugely comfortable with, but obviously you have to adapt to survive. What I really loved about playing Finnick is that he's a very complex character, beneath the sort of confident, charming, manipulative and very sexual exterior is a very sort of insecure, broken, damaged soul, and I think he's very lost, and I think that's what I could kind of relate to in a sense. He's a very sensitive soul, and I think he believes that he was forced into a life, like I said, that he's not happy with, and he blames the powers that be for that, and he's out to kind of avenge himself and others.
No, he's constantly having to watch this girl that he feels very strongly about fall in love with someone else. I think for the most part, there's not too much animosity between him and Peeta. I think Gale understands that Peeta is one of Katniss's best hopes at staying alive. He's constantly trying to protect her as well and keep her alive. So I think he understands that, as hard as it is to watch someone fall in love with the person he loves with.